From the Porcupine Freedom Festival in the White Mountains of New Hampshire, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, June 22nd, 2015. Silver is trading at $16.19 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,194 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $247. Antiwar.com reports facing growing pressure from a fledgling The Islamic State affiliate, Afghanistan's long-standing group, Taliban, is struggling to remain united, with a pair of commanders quoted in NBC News saying there is a growing three-way split among the faction's leadership. The Afghan Taliban, who want to continue to fight, are led by Mullah Omar, saying there was also a group that has already defected to the Islamic State and were fighting alongside them, and a third group that is pushing to see peace talks with the Afghan government. It's unclear how serious the split is or how new. There has been a long-standing split along the question of diplomacy, with Mullah Omar long demanding a NATO pullout before the beginning of diplomacy. The defectors to the Islamic State are relatively new, but it is unclear how big they are. Despite this split, there is no sign that the Taliban's spring offensive is being affected, and the only visible sign from without on the split is intermittent fighting between them and an Islamic State force. The Taliban remains able to muster a formidable force against the Afghan military.
For over 35 years, Roberts & Roberts has been a trusted source for buying and selling your investment-grade precious metals. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and permanently removed the minimum purchase order for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on investing and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 850-478-5270 or online at rrbi.co.
UPI reports a Colorado teenager and high school athlete who died earlier this month was killed by the bubonic plague, according to health officials. Taylor Gaius died June 8th after he was afflicted by a severe illness he seemingly picked up on his family's property. The Larimer County Health Department said he caught the plague, likely from fleas on an animal carcass somewhere nearby. Health officials have advised friends and relatives who were close in proximity after his death to submit to a medical evaluation immediately, as the host fleas may have spread to others nearby. There are currently no other reported cases of the plague anywhere in Colorado. Bubonic plague first arrived in the United States in 1900 from rat-infested steamships arriving from other continents, mainly Asia. According to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, the last urban plague epidemic occurred in Los Angeles between 1924 and 1925. The CDC says the vast majority of human plague cases have occurred in two main regions: northern New Mexico, northern Arizona, and southern Colorado, and in California, southern Oregon, and far western Nevada. Since 1912, only one case of human plague has been reported east of the Mississippi. That was in Indiana.
You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $3 per month or any amount of Bitcoin per month, thanks to the recurring payment options provided by Coinbase. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's FANS.fppradio.com.
Reuters reports tensions are building inside and outside the white marble facade of the U.S. Supreme Court building as the 9 justices prepare to issue major rulings on same-sex marriage and President Barack Obama's health care law by the end of the month. Of the 11 cases left to decide, the biggest are a challenge by same-sex couples to state laws banning them from being married, and a conservative challenge to subsidies provided under the Obamacare law to help low- and middle-income people buy health insurance that could lead to millions of people losing their medical insurance. Many legal experts predict the court will legalize same-sex marriage nationwide by finding that the U.S. Constitution's guarantee of equal treatment under the law and due process prohibits a state from banning same-sex nuptials. The 4 liberal justices are expected to support same-sex marriage, and conservative Justice Anthony Kennedy, the expected swing vote, has a history of backing gay rights. The healthcare decision is tougher to call. The court will issue some rulings on Monday, with more expected later in the week. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.